This video is sponsored by NordPass. I'll be telling you a lot more about NordPass later on in today's video. In this video, we're going to be downloading a new copy of Windows 11 ISO and putting that onto a bootable USB using a Mac device. This is an M1 MacBook Pro, but this will work with any old Intel Mac or any Mac device at all. This bootable USB will then be usable in your new custom PC build, either for the first time you're installing Windows or as a Windows 11 upgrade from Windows 10. If you found this video trying to find a way to install Windows 11 onto an M1 MacBook Pro, I have a video up here which shows you how to run Windows 11 ARM within Parallel 17 on an M1 MacBook Pro. This video is going to take place over 5 steps. First, we'll be downloading a copy of the Windows 11 ISO file. Next, we'll be formatting and assigning the correct volume for our Windows 11 USB bootable drive. Next, we'll be installing and running Homebrew within macOS Terminal. We'll then use Homebrew to install a copy of wimlib within Terminal. And then we'll be using wimlib to split up our Windows 11 ISO file to be able to run on our USB to install Windows 11. So first, let's get started by downloading a copy of Windows 11 ISO. You open your browser and then go to Google and just search Windows 11 ISO download. You'll then see on Microsoft.com, one of the top 2 links is to download the Windows 11 ISO. And we can scroll down, we can see the Windows 11 Installation Assistant, Windows 11 Installation Media, and then download Windows 11 Disk Image ISO. Just go on Windows 11 and hit download. Then go on here and search for your native language and then click on 64-bit download. This will then begin your download. That will take a few minutes depending on your internet speed. I have already got a copy downloaded, so I'm just going to cross that off. You can see here on my desktop, I have a list of the commands that you can find in the description below. They are the exact same, and a couple of these have a little note on them, but I'll get onto those as we come to each step. And then we're going to install our USB. If you're running an M1 Mac like me, you're going to need some kind of dongle. I have this one from Anker. That way, if you've got a USB-A thumb drive, you can plug that in to your dongle to go into the M1 MacBook. Before we get started, we're first going to need to open Disk Utility, and then here you can see our external drive. Mine is already called Windows 11, but if you go up to Erase, and then you can set that to Windows 11, and this helps us actually direct Terminal towards formatting the correct drive when we're setting it up for our bootable USB. So just change that to Windows 11 with no spaces, and you can hit Erase, then close Disk Utility. With that disk now formatted in Disk Utility, we're going to Spotlight and then load Terminal. And then we're going to use this command here, which is number 1. You'll then need to open up Finder separately and go to your downloads and then double click on your Windows 11 ISO. This will then bring up our source material. At the top, you can see this CCC Coma x64 FRE ENGB. Mine is ENGB because it's English Great Britain. If that's ENUS or ENFR or ENES, make a note of that. And then on the first command, you're going to see there's the same file name here, and you'll need to change that ENGB or ENUS or whatever it is there. Change that so that it matches the same on your file volume. And then copy this command into Terminal. This is then going to copy over the entire ISO apart from the one source volume that is too big to copy onto MS-DOS. That is because the install.wim file is over 4 GB and we can't run that on an MS-DOS file. So this was the same in my Windows 10 videos and it's the same in this Windows 11 video. That's already done for me. And the next thing we're going to do is install Homebrew. If this step doesn't work, then go on the step back up just below to the brew.sh website. Go there, and then on the front page, you will see the command line on the front page of Homebrew's website, and then just copy that into Terminal. And then you'll need to enter your admin password. Note that when you do this, you won't be able to see your characters appear. Just put in the password, then hit enter. And then now it will ask you to install Homebrew, hit return, and it's now installing. That is Homebrew now installed, and we're now very nearly there. This video is sponsored by NordPass. I've been using NordPass personally for well over a year now, and it has helped my online security in a number of ways. One of my favorite ways to use NordPass is when I'm signing up to a new website for the first time, using their password generator to create either a completely unique set of characters or a unique set of words that are not memorable to the average person, so I can have them stored safely in NordPass's vault. As October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, NordPass are currently running their monthly cyber sale where you can get 50% off a 2-year premium plan with 4 additional months completely free. Go check out the link in the description below and use the code GeorgeHolden at checkout to get a massive saving on your first subscription with NordPass. Now it's time to install wimlib. The next step is going to be to install wimlib. For this, we literally just put in brew install wimlib. I already have wimlib installed. If that hadn't been installed already, it would just take a minute or two to run the Homebrew search, find wimlib and get it installed. But we can see at the bottom of here, it says wimlib 1.13.4 is already installed and up to date. To reinstall, you can run reinstall wimlib. I don't need to do that. Everything is fine for us. The last step is going to be splitting up our install.wim file into 2 smaller files, which will then be used on the bootable USB. The same thing as our first step to check that your en-gb has matched up. Check your volume and it will say en-us, en-fr. Whatever that is for your language, make sure that is correct, otherwise this command will not link correctly to the same volume. Then copy this in. This now may take a few minutes. It will have a little progress bar at the bottom, but it sometimes gets a bit frozen, then it'll just end. But we can see at the moment, mine's going a few megs a second to 10% already. And that is our bootable drive now complete with that step completed. We can now eject our bootable USB, and this is good to install in your new PC build. That's gonna be it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop a like if you have, and I will see you in the next one.